What's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all know what it is and who it is. OG Grip, only game. Welcome. Happy? Nah, ain't nothing happy about it. The 4th, we're gonna talk about it. Stay tuned. Welcome to Only Game.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is. I can teach you how to stack a honey early in the morning. Them niggas talking shit ain't got nothing.
Yes, sir. Today is Money Making Monday. Market Monday. Monday that we talk about everything that got to do with getting to the bag. But the markets are closed. So we're not going to talk about that. It also happens to be July 4th. For a lot of people, it's Independence Day. They're celebrating, they're barbecuing, they're lighting shit on fire. They out here getting to it. They drinking, they getting drunk, they getting lit, they celebrating and rejoicing in this old heinous time that we like to celebrate in the U.S. As we all know, America tends to celebrate a lot of holidays that aren't for everyone. But everyone celebrates them. I even see Indians out here partying on Thanksgiving. That's like a chicken getting fed a chicken, in my opinion. So, anyway, let's talk about it. July 4th, right? Independence Day. Everybody's gonna turn up today. They're gonna get all happy-go-lucky, and people are gonna be partying. Nobody's gonna remember that in the 1700s we were slaves. Let's just get to it. Let's cut straight to the chase, get past all the fat, right? Let's get straight to the meat. We were slaves. We were slaves. They wrote up a document that stated that all men were equal, even though all men weren't equal. Then we had to wait some time later in order to get the Emancipation Proclamation, which was supposed to say that we were free. Then we had to wait another year or so, and then we found out after we were already technically free that we really were free. Even though people that knew that we were free didn't take the time out to say, hey y'all, we're gonna cut y'all loose, or y'all can get a piece of this land because y'all worked for us for all these years and we've done heinous things to you guys. You know, I mean, you know that nobody cares about us. Michael Jackson. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Nobody cares about us, you know what I mean? They're putting way more light and shine on all these other agendas than to really take care of us. And you know, even though Market Mondays, Money Making Mondays, whatever you want to phrase it as, you know, I like to talk about the stock market and things that are going on with trends. But being that the stock market is closed today because everybody is celebrating this day, I just wanted to go ahead and give y'all some of my thoughts on it. I don't celebrate it. No, I don't. I won't. Have I? Yes, I've celebrated before I knew any better, right? Now I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate July 4th. I celebrate Christmas a little bit, strictly for my kids' sake. Other than that, none of these holidays really move me. I think that it's time that we find some holidays that actually include everyone, that everyone can be happy about, that no one specific race or group of people have to feel like I do right now. You know, like, dang, people are really out here just partying like that and enjoying it because we're free. Even though, you know, I still see these invisible shackles. I think that, let's go into why. Why don't I celebrate it? We all know, like I just stated, we were slaves at the time, right? We weren't being treated good in the North and the South, the East or the West. We weren't being treated good in America in general and in some other places as well. The same treatment that, well, actually worse treatment. We were getting worse treatment, but some of the same treatment that the Americans got from the British is some of the reasons that they went to war, right? But then they turn around and do the exact same thing to us, African Americans and brown people. And it's like, it's something that I don't understand about the country. You know, when we bring it up and we're talking about us and our history, people tend to say, get over it, brush it up under the rug. You guys still talking about that? All that other craziness. Like, we can't be bothered by 400 plus years of enslavement. I think that anyone that has family members that can literally sit back and tell you about stories about people being hung on trees or drugged down the street, even though a lot of these things are still happening today. And this is part of the reason, another one of the reasons that I do not celebrate, because with all that being said and all these things that we're doing to act like we're free, we're still technically 3/5 of a man. That's never been amended, in the Constitution. 3/5 of a person, because it's not just for the men, it's for the women as well. That's never been amended in our Constitution. So we get the short end of the stick in every occasion when it comes to anything. We get all these programs that are created supposedly for the African American, and then instead of just saying that this is specifically for African Americans, like Indians that are of the bloodline get all these different checks and different things like that, and land. We have never received anything like that. We're the ones that always get told, well, we're starting this program for you guys, and that's what they tell us. And then when the program opens up, it's not just for us. It's everybody is included. Asians, some whites, every gender, every race. They put all that stuff in there, and then all those other people get the dividends and get all the benefits of all that stuff that was supposedly put in place for us. Like when they write these bills, they say that this is for us, but in reality, it's just for anybody that they consider a minority, right? Or that can act like they're a minority, or they live in a poorer area. And then again, we get the short end of the stick, and we just have to deal with it, or we don't have to deal with it, but we tend to deal with it. And this goes back to the 400 plus years of enslavement. People that say you guys should just get over it, I don't understand y'all, because how do you just get over that? How do you get over not knowing where you come from, right? How do you get over not knowing that you were kings and queens, and not being taught that you were kings and queens when you were going to school? You go to school and they basically tell you off the top, you was a nigga, we owned your ass, y'all lucky to be free. That's what they teach us in school. Y'all lucky to be free. Y'all had a couple niggas that wanted to fight for y'all and we killed them. That's what they teach us in school. And they don't say it directly like that, but that's exactly how I hear it, because that's what it is. When I watch these documentaries about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and, Sojourner Truth and all these other people that helped help the advancement of our race and of our culture, that's all I see. Even down to the Tupacs. People that have a voice and that speak loudly with their voice and aren't pushovers usually tend to die. Usually tend to have something happen to them. Usually end up getting incarcerated for something that supposedly happened that we really don't know the facts behind. So I don't celebrate the 4th. I probably never will celebrate I'll never celebrate the 4th. I'm always gonna make sure that I let my kids know as well about these things and all these horrific things that were done to us during these times, that people were wearing their wigs and signing papers and let's talk about that real quick. People were signing papers, right? We got all this collective of individuals to go in here and sign this paper that basically said that all men was equal, even though that was a lie. While they were signing these papers, there were a few of them that were actually slave owners. Like George Washington was a slave owner. He had over 300 slaves when he died, right? Stephen Adams was a slave owner. Benjamin Franklin was a slave owner. These are all people. Thomas Jefferson was a slave owner. Thomas Jefferson was a slave owner that actually fell in love with one of his slaves. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Abe Lincoln, the reason that he's on the penny and his face is turned the opposite way from every other president on the coin is because they said and he's on the copper coin, the one that's brown and is of least value, is because they said he technically freed the slaves and he turned his back on his people. This country is dirty, y'all. And again, it's a great country. We can eat, we can make money out here, we can survive. But was this country, even though we built it, was it built for us? No, it was built by us, but not for us. It was built by us for some other people that like to push all the buttons and dictate where we can and where we can't go. Being black is kind of like taxes. You work your whole life, get your education, you go to school, you get this job. After you graduate, and you're making 80, 100,000 a year, and because you're not married and you don't have a child, when tax season comes around, then they tell you made too much money. We're gonna need some of that back from you. So they tax the money when they give it to you. Then they tax the money when they give it back, when they're getting it back from you. If you decided to send it overseas, they're gonna tax it some more. So all you're doing with your bread is spending it on taxes. Being black is kind of like that. No matter what we do, we have to pay. You know, down to the justice system. Two people, one white, one black, can do the exact same crime. You know, I know you guys are like, he's really going in. I feel the way about this. Let me get back to that. One black, one white can do the same exact crime, and the disparity within the time that they get or the judgment that they receive is so blatantly obvious. Even down to these people running into grocery stores and churches, and they're killing all these people. Then they're getting bulletproof vests put on them so they can be protected from who? From who? We're the last race of people that come and do vengeful things when things get done to us. We're the group of people that actually prays for people when they do wrong things to us. We're the group of people that actually includes everybody into some shit and fights for everybody else's cause more than we fight for our own cause. So who are y'all protecting them from? I think it's more so of a show that we have no rights. Until we weave our way through these cracks and put ourselves in positions that we can make a contribution, or we can be considered an elite, you know, probably because of financial status or some type of entertainment or accomplishment. Until we do those type of things, we're like the ugly guy, the one that no one wants to talk to. You know what I mean? It's not like the ugly girl, because the ugly girl can always get talked to. We're like the ugly guy, the one no one wants to talk to. And if you don't have a bag, you're not dressed real nice, or you're not out here tricking, ain't nobody really rocking with you. Until they figure out that, oh, you did something. Then all of a sudden people kind of like you and they start finding reasons to hang with you. Does that mean that I hate being black? Hell no. I love being black. Because I'm the older I get, the more studying I do, the more I understand we are kings. Not we were, we are kings. Part of the reason that all this stuff is pointed towards us and gets directed at us is because we are the chosen ones. We are the first. You hear my son say, yeah. That's because he knows too, he's a king here. But we are kings, we are the chosen ones. We are the ones that everyone fears. We are the strong ones, right? We're the ones that everyone envies. The thing that I would like to speak to my people about for a second. Let me talk to my people. I hope y'all listening. My people, come closer, listen to me. I want to say this. It's time that we start monetizing our greatness. It's time that we stop taking someone else's genius and igniting it on fire. Now they're billionaires and they're doing all this, and the rest of the world is following it because we create culture. We create the movements. We create the things that's hot. So for my people, that's what I think. We need to start monetizing our greatness. I think we need to start supporting each other a lot more. There are plenty of great black designers out here who we just don't support, you know, because we're so stuck on the Gucci's and the Louis and the Louboutins and whatever else. But there's a lot of great black designers that are stuck. A lot of them are stuck having to recreate one of those brands in order for you to even recognize that they're talented and they have the foresight to create something that's just as good. But then they got to turn around and put one of these other designer names on there, one of these other brands on there, just so that way they can get their talent seen. I think that this whole game is set up really unfair for us. But I also believe that that's going to help make us stronger. That's what's going to help push and propel us forward, as long as we don't look at it as just someone sitting on our necks or sitting on our backs. As long as we look at it as this is what's going to give us, pressure makes diamonds, right? So let the pressure be the thing that motivates us to get more inclusive, be the thing that motivates us to support and also create in secret or in silence, and then bring it to the world. And let's learn how to support and build up other brands of people that look like us. You know, I'm not saying any of this to sound racist in any kind of way, but I'm black first. You know, I believe in black first. Dr. Boyce Watkins says, "Be one." Hashtag be one. I'm all for that. Black first. Everybody else got something that they can look forward to. You know, everyone gets some type of stipulation, stipend, some type of blessing, or there's something written up in every class for Asians to get something, Jewish people to get something, you know, of course whites, you know, to get whatever. And for us, it's not like that. For us, it's like we literally gotta scratch and claw our way out of situations. And, excuse me, in the process of doing that, in the process of clawing our way out of situations, some of us lose ourselves. That's what I've noticed. We start climbing that ladder, and as you climb that ladder, you start seeing more people that don't look like you, more of the white people or the elites, or, you know, these type of individuals. And some of us lose our way. So I want to take a little time just to honor some of those people that, to me, outside looking in, doesn't seem like they've lost their way. You know what I mean? I like a lot of what Jay-Z is doing. I'm worried about what too many people say as far as what their opinion on this, or if he was a good friend or whatever. I know a lot of the things that he does behind the scenes are really pushing our culture forward. Even Kanye. I like a lot of the things that Kanye's doing with his outspoken ass, right? Because regardless of how crazy you look at him as, he's for our people. He might jump off the wall sometimes and say something, but even with some of them comments that he makes, if you look deeper than just the surface of what you hear and what triggers you, if you look a little bit deeper, then you can understand the genius within that. So I just wanted to salute them, you know what I'm saying? Rihanna, who's out here doing great things with her brand and really pushing forward the culture. I like, you know, all these African Americans that are starting to become billionaires because they're understanding the game more, like the stock market, real estate game. I like to salute them. I would love for all of us to be financially literate. This year, let's do that. Let's be financially literate. Let's teach our children financial literacy. Let's teach them how to invest, what to invest in, why we invest, you know? Let's teach them to learn how to save as opposed to get it and blow it right away. You know what I'm saying? Get the check, blow it off, spend it right back, get it right back, whatever they say. Let's teach our kids to not do that. Let's teach our kids to not go to a club and feel obligated to throw 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100,000 to prove that they got some money. Let's teach them that money, if you wanted to just blow it, you could have spent it on something that could have appreciated and put it on some properties and left a legacy, or got more money to where if you want to go blow $100,000, it's not the worst thing in the world because you're kind of making that money back all the time, residual income. I just want us to do better, because my anger or my disdain and frustration towards the fourth isn't all about white people at all. It's about the fact that we've been here now. We know this. We know the game. We know everything. We know how we get treated. Nothing is new no more, right? We know this. We know that we're undervalued. But even with knowing that, we still have a lot of us that get out here and do all the most ignorant shit that we can do, and then use those type of excuses as reasons as to why we throw our lives away. Let's not do that anymore. Let's uplift each other. Let's really uplift ourselves. Let's really look deeper into ourselves. Let's really accept the fact that the reason you feel a certain way inside is because there's something in you that needs to be out. Let's embrace individuality, right? Let's embrace individuality, and let's all grow together and be willing to push each other forward, because right now it's an attack on us, is how I feel. I feel like there's an attack on the black race, especially the black men, down to how we get seen on TVs now. You know, even in the commercials, there's an attack on us now. They're killing two birds with one stone. I said this before. I don't know. I'm gonna say it again if I have. They're killing two birds with one stone. Now they can have a gay black man, and now they take care of the whole affirmative action thing with have to have at least one black or minority in your videos or commercials. And they're also crossing off the LGBTQ box, if I said that right. I don't like that because they're slowly putting in our face, and this is nothing against the LGBTQ community, but they're slowly taking away our representation of a masculine black man and replacing it with something other than that. And I don't agree. I think that we need those representations of strong black men. You know, this is something that we've lacked in our community for a long time. And I think it's time that we start paying attention to that and really pushing forward as a whole to better ourselves. So I'm not gonna say too much more about that because again, I can talk all day about this, but I want us to all stand up and do a lot better for ourselves, for our children, for our future. Fuck the fourth. So now that I've ranted and raved and got a little bit of my frustration out about the 4th of July and why I don't celebrate and what I feel about it and the things I can't stand about it, let's end on a different note. Let's talk a little bit about crypto and the stock market. I'm not gonna throw too many numbers at you today. That's not what this one's for. I just wanna shed, again, my opinion on the fact that the market is closed today, but we can buy cryptocurrency today, right? We can still buy cryptocurrency 24 hours a day. We can buy and sell and make money and make a profit. I think that the traditional stock market should be that way. I don't think that it should close. I think that we should be able to purchase at any time, right? Be able to see what the numbers are doing at any time throughout the day without having to do a bunch of extra stuff to be able to watch the after hours numbers. I think that if the crypto market, if the traditional stock market were open a little longer or on the weekends, it would benefit us. How about this? How about we open it, and if everybody doesn't want to participate, just open it up for the African Americans. At least that way we can benefit a little bit off of it. And you don't want to give us a $5 trillion in reparations. I'm going back again. You see what I'm saying? I'm too touched by this situation. But I think that we literally should start taking our time out and investing more, teaching our kids about investments, and keep the crypto market, keep the traditional stock market open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That way we can all continue to make money. We can all watch the trends and really see what's happening. And there is no blackout time, no dark time. This little 4-day trading weekend, Biden's already messing so much stuff up with the market. I think that we should keep the weekends open and maybe we can try to rebound a little bit. There's a lot of people that I don't think they can even sit down to think about and do enough homework studying on the stock market until the weekends. And unfortunately, then they're closed. So, like I said, I'm not gonna throw too many numbers at you guys today. I do know that Bitcoin dropped back down to 19,000. It's a good time to buy if you're into that. And I know Ethereum is kind of staying steady in the $2,000 range. I think if it's back to $2,000, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I looked at it earlier this morning. You know, with crypto, things could change like that. But let's just be steadfast. Let's be stronger. Let's do better. This is only game. Where it's only game all the time. Click the like, subscribe, and that bing, so you can keep up with all the information. Follow us, keep in contact with us. You heard my son. Keep in contact with us, and I'm gonna keep dropping jewels. You're gonna get moments like this where I vent, you know, and I'm not apologetic about it. It's things that are on my heart. I told you guys I was gonna let you all a little bit more into my world, and that's just a piece of it, you know. Everything isn't gonna be always great or the best feeling behind a day or a market move or anything like that. So you're gonna get the honest truth, the honest me all the time. You know, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and joining me today and listening to me rant and rave. I'm 2 seconds away from getting up and swinging like they did in Baby Boy. Oh, was that Baby Boy? No, that wasn't Baby Boy. That was, what was that? Boys in the Hood. I'm 2 seconds away from turning to Cuba Gooding Jr. in this mug. So with that being said, again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening to me. I hope that you guys took what I said and understand what I said. And if you don't agree with it, it's cool. If you don't like it, it's cool. I'm not even tripping. Just make sure you keep tuning in Monday through Friday, Tuesdays on IG Live, to Only Game Live on Tuesdays, where I just talk to the people and let them know where I'm at, pick a topic, and we kind of go through and discuss it. Other than that, come on here, follow us throughout the week, and I got more information for y'all. We're gonna get into some numbers next Monday. So stay tuned, man. Appreciate y'all. OG Grip, Only Game. Peace.
I can teach you how to stack a honey.